Hello, cats and kittens. Orewa Jose Yoroshko. I'm back in the Crisis Corner with my impressions on One Piece 1105, The Height of Folly. Things are definitely heating up. This was a relatively short chapter, uh, but to the point. It was very concise information. Uh, Not a great deal happened, but what did happen matters. Starting off with we see that Saturn is petty and cruel in the sense that, to me, if he wanted to kill Vegapunk, he could off him and go on about his business. He wants Vegapunk to suffer. He's standing there right in front of him. He could snatch him, crush him, stab him, do whatever he wants to him at any given time. Him and Kizu standing right there, and he's defenseless. But he wants him to die in the middle of this Buster call, seeing all of his work destroyed right in front of his eyes. That's the only reason I can see him going through this trouble right now. He could leave if he wanted to, but he wants to look him in the eye and watch him despair. It's cruel, cruel petty dude. Great villain, cruel petty dude. And poor Kizaru, he has to sit through this because he's a lapdog for the Goro said. So he has to sit there and just watch, even though he down for Vegapunk, man. He's down for you know Nika and all of that stuff, man. He doesn't want to see this happen this way. But the pirates he can do without. But he don't mean Vegapunk no harm. It's a sad situation. It's a very sad situation. But again, um, if he wants Vegapunk to suffer, he's gonna destroy. Even what Vegapunk brings up, you're destroying years of scientific research that could advance mankind hundreds of years. Just call it off. You won. You won. Just let it go. But it's the same as O'Hara. You know what I mean? These people, they're on a different level. They are protective of that void century information, and anything that could uh, inhibit or disgrace the world government has to be destroyed. So Egghead's going the way of O'Hara. Uh, the the Kuma clones, the Pacifista, are being lined up to help with the bombardment. So the situation looks very bleak. It looks very bleak. One thing that I really, and also the fact that the escape researchers have been targeted. And Saturn brings that up again just to add to Vegapunk's grief. He could have omitted that information. They would have been killed, and Vegapunk would have never known about it, but he brings it up. He said, I forgot to mention. He's just trying to add to this man's grief because he's a petty jerk. He's an elitist, blue blood, petty jerk, and he's likely going to be the first Gorosei to be killed if there's any justice. Anyway, so there's that. So one thing that I really like about this chapter is that we see again very clearly that in the absence of their captain, Luffy has sub commanders that can hold the situation down until he gets back or until things are resolved. Sanji basically is barking orders, telling people what to do, getting sit reps. You know, he's boss. You know what I'm saying? He's boss level. You know what I'm saying? I really really like Sanji in this situation because he's finding out where everybody is, what's going on, and basically telling them what to do, which is real cool. One thing that I'm having a little trouble with here is that unless Rob Lucci ate some spinach or something, why is Zoro struggling with this man? don't get me wrong. Rob Lucci is a beast. All right. I didn't think he would equate to Yonko First Commander level, which is where Zoro is. And I don't see Zoro having any trouble out of this guy. I mean, not to say that it's low diff, but he's been he's been messing around with Lucci for a minute. And now Nami's basically saying that Jinbei went to break that up. So, and Zoro's not stupid. He's not getting into a fight just to fight Lucci. He was holding him off, uh, taking care of him for a purpose. So he's not just carrying this fight just so he can have fun. No doubt he's heard the cannons. He knows there's a buster call going down. Lucci is trying to hold him up true because Lucci knows like there's a buster call going on and them being killed in that buster call would suit him fine. You know, I'm not gonna say he's willing to die. Yeah, maybe I don't know. Lu, but Lucci's determination would be just to keep Zoro out of the picture so that you know the rest of the crew can be handled by Kizaru and I don't know if he knew that Saturn was coming, but Kizaru he figured would be enough to hold Luffy down and maybe it's the pacifist stuff, whatever. So I just don't understand why Zoro is struggling with Rob Lucci. I think he's past him. I honestly believe that he's beyond Lucci at this point, and it is what it is. So he's still engaged with Rob Lucci. Jinbei's going to break that up. Then we get to my other boy, MVP Brook, because the plan to use that giant robot to get the Sunny off of the island was nixed when Kizaru destroyed the robot. So how do they move? Man, MVP Brook steps up again. See, that's my boy from back from Whole Cake Island. Man, Brook been standing up. He been putting in work. So he ices down the what is it? The cloud. Let me see. He says turning the island clouds into ice and making them into a runway using his cold powers to turn the island clouds into ice so that the Sunny can slide towards the I think they're going to the shore or wherever they're trying to get to. I think yeah, they're trying to move it to the shore so that they can do the burst and take off and escape. Now they don't currently have the ability to stop the Sunny as it's sliding downhill, I guess, off of the clouds. So, as he said, he hadn't thought that far ahead, but you got to give the man credit for getting the thing moving in the first place. So, props to my man MVP Brook, putting in work, putting in work. All right, so that situation that brings us basically towards the end of the chapter where Frankie, and Vegapunk 5. I can't remember the violent. They're escaping in this little. Oh, and Bonnie also. They're trying to escape in one of those little tubes, and Kizaru comes and cuts it off. So they're moments away from escaping, and Kizaru cuts the tube open so that now they're above the island. They were going down. I think they were heading in a downward trajectory. No, they were going up. Looks like they were going up. And whichever way they were going, he slices the tube open, and now they're just free falling. And as they're free falling, the jerk Saturn tells the pacifista to open fire on them while they're in the air and kill them, which he again is out of cruelty. He's going to have pacifista that bear the resemblance of Bonnie's father, Kuma, open fire on her and kill her in front of uh, my man Vegapunk. Again, he'll suffer because of that. Bonnie would definitely suffer being fired on by clones of her father, and whatever's left of Kuma, I don't know if he even processes this. So there's that. Um, Sanji says, "Hang on, Bonnie, I'll save you." He can fly, but the funny thing is, Vegapunk 5, whatever her name is, she's got a jetpack on. She can fly too. So technically, she could grab at least Frankie, or depending on how strong that jetpack is, maybe she could grab Kuma and Sanji could airwalk and get Frankie, and it'd be okay, I think. Could they avoid the blast from the Pacifista? Probably not. Uh, but in terms of getting to the ground, that should be doable. And is Kuma seems to actually be saying hug, or is it that? Because it's a word balloon hug. That's weird. Anyway, so there's that. Now, as that's going on, Luffy has been found by the Marines. He's still plump from eating all of their food, which means now he's regained his energy. Although he says he can't move, he's so stuffed, but he'll move. Once they open fire, he'll move for sure. And then the last uh, thing of interest is that the ship with the researchers was saved by someone. The Navy, the Marines failed to destroy the escaped ship, and they're reporting to Kizaru that they are tell him that they went to Egghead. Someone is coming to Egghead. We're assuming it's the whoever stopped the Marines from sinking that escaped ship. Now, who is on their way to Egghead? The two assumptions would be Blackbeard and Dragon. My two main assumptions would be Blackbeard and Dragon. I mean, maybe not Shanks. Shanks wouldn't really have a dog in that fight that I can think of. So let's look at the two options. If you say it's Blackbeard, Blackbeard is not averse to walking into a hectic situation to extract something that he needs. So walking into a buster call to extract what he needs is not beyond him. He went into Impel Downs to get members for his crew, and he went into Marineford to get Whitebeard's devil fruit. So if there's something that he needs, he'll walk into a raging firefight to get it. Because A, people won't be expecting him to do that. And two, in the chaos, he can probably slip in, get what he wants, and go back out. What is it that he would need in the Egghead? Now, Egghead is full of all kind of scientific wonders and so and so. So there's any number of things that he might want. Is there a devil fruit that he might want? Maybe Kuma. Maybe he wants to take Kuma's devil fruit, but how he would know that? Well, if he was just saying I'm going to kill Kuma and take his devil fruit, that's I guess doable. Um, but if there was no how that he needed, he could have just saved the researchers since they know what was being worked on, what's about to be destroyed in Egghead in this Buster Call. He could just kidnap them and have them work for him and reproduce what it is that he needs. So he wouldn't necessarily have to walk into the middle of that firefight unless there was a piece of equipment or a devil fruit that he needs to get his hands on. So that's a possibility. My thought would more likely be Dragon because he has ties to Kuma and Bonnie. And he's already declared war on the world government. And what better way to cement that declaration of war by stopping a buster call or otherwise rescuing the target of a government assassination from being assassinated. It'd be like a middle finger to the world government. And plus, I mean, Kuma is a friend. You know, he might be going there to rescue his friend. That is that's what I'm in favor of. That's what I'm rooting for. Dragon going in there to either save Kuma or Bonnie or both. Oddly enough, maybe not even to get his son, which is weird. It's pretty sad. But I'm also expecting or hoping to get some kind of really cool feat out of Sanji, to be honest with you. That would be cool. Not necessarily important to the plot, but he did say, hang on, Bonnie, I'm going to save you. He didn't say Frankie and none of his crewmates, which is pretty messed up. But he's about saving women anyway. So uh, yeah, this is a really good. This is a transitional type chapter. It's like a walk up maybe to a bigger event or a big, not necessarily event, but something huge is going to pop off in the 1106. Um, that is either the arrival of whoever it is. I don't know. The person that's coming might not arrive until 1107 or something like that. But probably Luffy's going to wake up or get up and do something. Sanji might do something. Maybe the reappearance of Zoro. He's wearing Rob Lucci's fur as a coat, hopefully. Or it might even be the Kizaru heel turn, or face turn. That would be cool also. So there's a lot of stuff still on the table. Looking forward to seeing what comes of it. Uh, Let me know what you think. Let me know if you think Sanji's going to pull off a really cool feat. Let me know who you think is coming at Egghead. Blackbeard, Dragon, Shanks, Bartolomeo, somebody's coming. Anyway, let me know what you think in the comment section. Comment, like, subscribe, whatever. Until next time, stay loose.